This is Kathy from the Daily Marker. We're in day 6 of the 30-day coloring challenge, and I have a video today. I want to show you how I created this set of place card holders. They'd be great and really jazz up an Easter table, and this is what it looks like up close. And what I did is I attached 2 of the bunnies, and it's propped up that way. It's very secure and sturdy. And then I had such fun coloring all the different elements. So I'm going to show you how I made that. This is the die cut, and I have all the little pieces stamped here. I'm using some repositionable tape to hold those tiny little carrots in place. And then I'm just doing some speedy coloring on the carrots. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. One, because I'm making 4 of them, and then I also call it the trash factor. Who knows where these will end up? So that's why. They can be used year from year, and the little name tag I just slipped in, so that could always be slipped out and changed if people come and go at your Easter table or your spring table. Or these would be great little shaped Easter cards or just spring cards. So anyway, that's the deal. So I'm going to just continue coloring these carrots, and I'll move on to the beets and what else do I have in there? There's also lettuce, a wonderful variety of spring produce. I just am in love with the Hero Arts My Monthly kits. I think, gosh, number one, they're packed with value. They're always usually at least a $70 value for like $34. I mean, you cannot beat these kits. The price, the value is amazing. And then on top of that, which is even more important, the product is spectacular. Great die cuts, beautiful stamp sets, everything. So, now I stamped these with a light ink. I used a light dye ink. Today I used my favorite things. It's a beige ink. I'll link it in the supplies. And now I'm just adding some details with a colored pencil, and I always like a sharp tip, and I'm just kind of focusing on the top end of that carrot and then bringing a little bit of the brown into the stems. And now I'm going to just put that on my ruler. And now I'm going to color the beets. And I'm using the repositionable tape to tape that down there to make it easy. I realized I need it on some scrap paper here. I wanted you to be able to see it. And literally, you can just put any color on these. You could color them with Sharpies, because half of them you're not even going to see in the basket. But, I love to color, so I'm blending 2 colors together, and then I'll be adding some details with some colored pencils as well. So while I do this, this isn't... let me just say one thing with the beets. I'm taking that sharp tipped colored pencil, and I'm drawing some lines. Like beets have some horizontal lines on them, so I'm just adding some horizontal lines to make them a little bit more realistic, just because I like to. So while I finish coloring this, can I even talk? Okay, so there's more information on my blog post about the kits, what's in them, the prices, and then there's also a giveaway from Hero Arts. Okay, so that said, it's TheDailyMarker.com. And now while I finish this, let me just share. I just updated my iMovie. I use Final Cut Pro, and now the screen looks different, the settings are different, so I didn't have time to figure that all out for this video. So I put the whole thing on one speed. It's a little bit longer than normal and whatever. So now I'm moving on to the baskets, and I have an extra one here just in case I mess up on one or something. Now I always start with a light color, and now I'm blending in a medium color. Now the basket is kind of the focus of the card, so I want to spend a little bit more time coloring this basket. It'd be really fun to either stamp this with pattern paper or just draw some lines and make a plaid basket with some pastel colors, Copic markers or something, or just color it an Eastery color, like a fun, solid pastel color. Since they're place card holders, I just kind of wanted to anchor it with like a brown image. Now, when my arm reaches over there, I didn't have time to edit all that out, but that's when I'm sharpening my pencil. I have this little antique glass bowl. You can see it's in the top right corner, just a little edge, and I use that to catch all my trimmings. I'll try and remember to link the pencil sharpener. I'm still always looking for the best one, but I do love this metal one because I do get a really sharp tip. And I did, like a few months ago, I researched pencil sharpeners online, and I got one that a lot of people recommended, and it makes the tip very long, but the wood part very long. So I guess if you color on the side of the pencil, that's a great thing, but it didn't make it really sharp. Okay, so now you just saw me, I cut along the white edge with my Tim Holtz blade so I could insert the produce in there. And then I'm going to glue it underneath one of his paws. So it works really great. The scale, everything is perfect. Now I'm just going to add purple on the trim here. And then I'll do the same thing for all my baskets. And what else? And I'm going to, at the end of this, I'll show you how I colored some twine with one of these purple markers, and then I glued it on the basket. It was an afterthought, or else I probably would have tied it around the handle for real, but instead I just glued it. So whatever works best. So the bunny, when I colored the bunny, you can see that fits in there really nicely. And there's some flowers in the set. I mean, if I had more time and I wasn't making a place card holder, I would have put some flowers in there too. Now I'm just taping that on the back, and then it just slips in there really nice and easy. So I can see that I don't need to color that portion of the bunny. Now I'm just like putting some color on there. I really could have die cut this with brown cardstock, but I didn't plan out my card. So I'm just coloring half of that when I'm doing the whole thing, just so it would peek out. And my marker was running out, so I picked up another one. So you could cut this from brown cardstock, and I just wanted like a shadow line, a little detail to show behind that fence, and it gives it a little bit more stability. And then I use some glossy accents just to glue that down. And then I just attach it to the colored bunny. Now I'm just using E50, I think that's what I use. No, I don't know. You can probably, I'm looking at a tiny little clip. Anyway, just use a light beige color. And I'm just checking where that goes. But I'm using a light beige. A lot of bunnies are light color. A lot of Easter colors are light and soft. So I just wanted a little bit of color. Now my RV 10, it was blooping out. For some reason, I don't know what's wrong with it, because I know this happens a lot when you overfill it, but this has been doing it every time I use it. So whatever. I picked up a different pinky color to use because I don't want that like spilling out all over my image here. And then I'm using a COO just to soften those beige lines. Sorry. Now I'm taking my various ink. I have it on my Nubby Rag I use all the time, and I'm just letting that blend the colors, and that is all that I'm doing on this bunny. Now I just have to correct that little belly there and just bring in a little bit more color, so never mind. But it's very low maintenance coloring here on the bunnies. They're a nice generous size. They're at least, I'd say, 4 inches. Now I have a pink colored pencil, and I'm just adding a little detail in the nook and cranny there, and just a little bit along the edge of that ear. Now the ear is cut where you can actually like stand it up a little bit to give it a little bit more interest. Yeah, right there. See that? That's cool. They really think out these die cuts. Now I'm just coloring the eyes black. I picked up, it's like a navy colored pencil. I don't want that. I want black. So I'm sharpening that tip, and I'm just following the lines of the die cut to color these eyes. And then I'll color his little nose pink. And then I'll glue the basket into his first paw or arm. Now the fence I'm gluing to the back there, and I noticed that a little bit of that brown showed through, so I'm going to end up cutting that off there. Just that little bit of brown. I mean, you won't notice it when it's on your table, but whatever. So I'm taping that on the back, and then I'm scoring those ears, adding a little bit of glossy accents, and that's how this is going to stand up. And it really stands up well. It's secure, it's sturdy, it doesn't fall over. I'm just letting that dry. I have a little block in there just to hold that down. Now I'm inserting the basket. I'm going to tape that on the back, and then I'll glue it down a little bit better. And then I'm going to cut a little banner and handwrite the name and insert that in the basket right there. Now there's the bow that I put on there. And in a second, I put a refill ink into some packaging that I got from a stamp set. And then I put the twine in there and just mushed it around. All you need is a few drops. And then I let it dry, and then I tied the bows and adhered them with glossy accents on each basket. I use twine a lot. It really, I don't know, I just love the look of it. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you don't already. And I always appreciate the thumbs up. So there's the close-up. And then this is the set of 4. And they really, really were fun to make. So check out the Hero Arts My Monthly Kit. I know you'll love it. And I will see you soon. Thank you all for uploading your gorgeous things in the coloring challenge. All right, have a great day.